one,
spread
but
them
a
out.
different part
I
too.
need to make sure no one else
How's the
enrolls.
husband doing?
Like I'm
Hey, there's
done.
a
If
teacher
you
at
guys
preschool
enroll
that likes
the rest of
glitter
this
more than
month,
me.
Right.
you have to give it to them.
Right. You see, I was
You
trying
know,
to
I should make you my
email
Christmas
to
glitter
Miss
balls.
Sterling. I was like,
No.
ooh, I said, okay.
Take it.
So I
It's
said
like
for this week, Monday through Friday, I said,
It's like
pretty much
the,
everyone's taken except for I
Like,
had
on
5
chance,
kids
gotta
that were
fix
here for
those
part
on
1, but haven't been back to school for part 2.
Well, I know what I say
Fast,
is,
I would.
when I thought I was done, I emailed
I'm
her
from
and
like the
said,
1950s
I think I'm
Christmas
done,
balls.
but I want you to check to make
Put them in
sure
Mod Podge,
that I
put
hadn't
them in
missed
one,
somebody
put
who
them
did a
in the spray
part.
Mod Podge,
Yeah.
put them in the flash jar.
That's smart.
So,
Then you
so
would
when you
like
finish,
somebody
you
to
say,
say,
hey, I
you
think
just
I'm all
double check,
finished.
yeah.
Somebody's asked
Can
me
you
to
double
do
check
that,
until I
but
get it done?
Yeah.
just the
And I had turned in the
The
exemption,
black ones are
like I
actually
knew
really
like the
pretty.
kids who were EC and ESL,
Yeah.
and I forgot about the 2 kids in the self-contained class, because they're exempt, but they come in 4th grade. And so I was like, so she sent me back on the day, oh, got it, like they're all trying to portfolios, we're good. It's just hard to keep track,
Future green.
you know, and I tried making them up along the way,
Yes.
you know, and it was like, okay.
Right.
But yeah, at the end, just email and say, I think I'm finished, we're just checking make sure we got all the parts done. Because you'd hate to have somebody have
Yeah.
a section done,
Yeah.
so.
Well, I asked her too. I was like, so I said, this is
Well,
all
I had
you
to
need
teach
as
school
far
today,
as, you know,
so I've literally been working on
scores.
this
And
and
so
talking
the
all day
person
doing
doesn't do
this,
it.
so
This
it's
is
like
like,
a
pick
lot.
the scores so
No,
this
it's
flow.
not.
And I'm like, I don't know how
Yeah.
this works
Yeah.
or whatever. So.
Did you read to kids?
It is
Did
pretty.
you see all the questions?
I was not a reader,
Did you tell
but
Beth you were
I walked
graduating so you
around
could be
and just
part of, like,
looked
the
over her
graduation?
shoulders.
I haven't told her, but I'm sure she knows.
I see what you guys were saying as far as.
I don't think I
I
can be
think kids
skipping
tend to
out on that.
overthink it as far as the question.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them, you know. are trying to
Right
make
now,
themselves like,
nowhere.
Okay, so using a
You said
word,
you were teaching.
I know,
Search.
right near nowhere, but
Look
for
for
my
that.
class, I had to teach a technology lesson, so I went back
you
to
know,
St. Matthew's
look down at your
Elementary.
menu if they're saying insert
So, but
picture.
I've worked kind of all over the
Click
district.
insert, look for the word picture. And they're just looking so
I'm mostly doing
fast.
long term
Like, you have to really
in
take
the
your
music world.
time
Yeah.
and look, you know.
But I'm
They
liking the
added a
technology world
few,
more and more, especially since the music jobs are
more
going to
collaborative
computer, and I
questions
just
this
found out they
year.
cut
I
2
don't
in the
know if
district,
they're gonna score them
so they have
right.
2 overages,
They
so those
do
are
put questions
2
in
people that automatically get the
feel
first job
different
already.
questions.
Okay.
So,
So when I see a new
little bit
question,
easier.
of course, there's some questions that
But I
are on
love
there
Forever.
every,
Really?
like really, like the one with the
You're the
spiral,
only guy now.
like, can we
They're
please
just chilling.
You have to
Yeah.
drop them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the do the record button or whatever? The demo?
Or what, yeah, it's like,
Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's a shirt.
Yeah.
okay, and we had talked about collaborative spreadsheets, but it was like, you know.
Okay, so keeping your family safe online. So I've told you about all these
and like, I have
dangers.
some-
Now I'm gonna teach you how to keep your family safe online. We're gonna talk about safe search engines, passwords and usernames, antivirus, and I know I didn't put it on here, but also kind of parental controls on some of those things. Most of these are free resources. So, and one of these is a really humorous video. So, you may have a filter on your computer when your kids search online. Any kind of filter at all. Like only go to this website or safe search if you got Google. Anything at all. So Google has a
I can teach technology and I don't know.
That's okay. Google has one, safe search. So this happened to me. I did this at work where we have very strict controls. I searched for the word string, and we were doing an email string. String is such a dirty word. Okay? Wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, please don't tell me to delete this. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, watch the video, it's hilarious. And so I searched this, and this comes up, and I'm like, oh my, this is my safe search on. I hate that it kind of gives you a preview. And this is actually me searching, it's a video. So I'm in Google, safe search is actually on, so it's, I would think it would filter out the stuff I don't want my kids to see. So I type in the word string and click on images. And that is what comes up. One thing that I really wanted. And if you scroll down, it actually shows male genitalia. Yeah. So, and if you, and then I show up here, I actually, I know it's hard to see, I took the explicit off. And that's what comes up. So, not what you want to show your kids. Not what you want your kids to be seeing. For string. I actually had a girl, and now I go to Bing. Bing's a little bit better. I actually had a lady at story time. I take my daughter to story time on Wednesdays. And she said, yeah, I searched for how to get vomit out of an American girl's hair. My daughter threw up on her American Girl doll. They're very expensive. Of course she wanted to get it out. The fourth link was a pornographic website. So, I put in string here. A little bit better. For those of you that don't know, that's underwear. It's just an underwear you can put that there. So it's a little better, but again, still not what I want my kids to be saying. So if I put the safe search on, it's a little bit better. Again, we're still getting underwear. I don't want to have to explain what that is. So, oh, that was with moderate on. So, okay, so I put some filters on. It's not really helping me. So what you want to do is you want to use a kid-safe website. And on my website, I've listed 3 links that list about 40 combined. Which one you use is up to you. I did a research on a couple of them, and on the next screenshot, so here's what you get with safe search. Not that great, and I love Google, so it was kind of disheartening to see they would do better at that. So, Kids Rex and Safe Search Kids. What I did is I didn't go through all 40, but I went through a couple, and I put in the word sex. What pops up? One of them, on some of it would say, stop, you can't search for that. I don't like that, because what is my kid gonna do? They're gonna be like, oh, well, I need to go find somewhere else to go look for this. The other ones were like, hey, we couldn't find any results. So I was okay with that, especially for younger kids, because then they're like, okay, must not be out there. Must be crazy. Must have misspelled something or misread something. The other one, it would actually take them to the dictionary. I was okay with that too, because no parent and no teacher is going to say, oh, no, you can't have the dictionary. Here, please read the dictionary. So I'm dealing with smartboard all day, and now I've got a not smartboard. So this is Kid Rex. Sit down. I'm kind of like cranky it, obviously. Kind of put on the Google. It's kind of fun and plastic. So let's type in the word sex. So let's put in the word string. String. Much better results. String values. Learn how to pull strings for food. Adagio for strings. Whatever. This is much better stuff than pornographic everywhere. And then this is the one I really like. This is Safe Search Kids.com. And which one to use? Again, that's up to you and your kid. You have to make that decision. You know your kid better than I do. So let's just do this. We don't have any results for this term, but you can try these resources. Word Central, kidshealth.org, and then Britannica. They're going to find safe answers there. So I like that. So there's kind of some kids-safe search websites out there. Hey, go here. Which is a better option. So let's talk about passwords. Write them down. Keep them in a safe place. It's the one paper I gave it to you. We actually have 3 of those sheets in my house. One for school, one for him, and one for me. Jack one's a little too young. Where are they in the house?
In the red folder downstairs.
I had to remind him. But that's where they are. At my parents' house, they're in a pink binder downstairs. You know, we didn't really grow up in the digital age. Most of us in this room, I don't care how old you are, you know, most of us did not grow up with a cell phone. Our parents having cell phones when we were born. It just wasn't there. But we've been ingrained. Don't write your passwords down. Don't write your usernames down. That's not the society we live in today. Write them down. Keep them in a safe place. Change them often, just like your underwear. I get the question all the time. People are like, why can't my password be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Or why can't it be my kid's name? Okay, so when I first started working for an internet service provider, that's what people had me do all day long, at least 4 times a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what do you think happened? They got hacked. Those people would send their emails out to other providers. Those providers would say, hey, this is spam from this company. We're going to cut emails out from this company. We would have to go in, contact them, and fix it. And it's a whole big mess, and it costs all those companies money. So because we were too lazy to do anything other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, now we have to come up with capital letter, dog's name, and cat's name, and everything else. You can use a password generator. I like sentence passwords because they're easy to remember. See that ILPBCAG exclamation point? How many of you think you could remember that? How about if I put it like this? I love Parkland Baptist Church and God. Exclamation point. A lot of my passwords are sentences. It helps me remember it because I'm like that. It just makes it easier for me. Now, I have my husband's passwords. He has access to mine. It is really important as adults, if you have, you know, if you're not a single parent, you have access to those, or you know where they are. I have an uncle that died a year and a half ago. His kids are still trying to get access to his stuff because he was paranoid and had passwords on top of passwords and never passed it on to them. So it is really important. There's a case when the terrorist attack happened in California. They had the terrorist's wife's cell phone. Apple would not open it up for fear of legal ramifications from the family. If they won't open it up for national security, terrorism, do you think they care if your spouse died? They don't. Because they have to protect, they have to think about the bigger picture. And I understand that from a business perspective, but I still think it sinks that you can't help us on the war against terrorism. So have your username and passwords of your spouse. If they're hiding something from you, that's a conversation you need to have with your spouse. Now kids, there's 3 rules of thoughts on this. Beth told me to say, if you do this, she said, well, say they're stupid, but and then she's like, no, don't say that. Say you're sticking your head in the sand. So first rule of thought is, and this is the one I like, have every username and password, have it on a sheet like this. Talk to them, hey, I have access to this. Check it every day. And then when your kid shows that you're responsible, maybe only check it once a week. Second school of thought is, I have these username and passwords. You will follow me on social media. If you give me cause, then I will check it. That's waiting for something to happen when something could already be happening. And this is another school of thought that is very popular. They're my kids. I trust them. I don't need their usernames and passwords. So I guarantee you, if they run away and go off with ISIS, or if they run away, or if they commit suicide and you can't get answers, that's going to eat up. Because it happens a lot. I work for an internet service provider. People call all the time. They want a reset of password. They're an authorized user. They can't do it. The account holder's dead. There's nothing I can do until they produce a death certificate. So know your kids' usernames and passwords. Talk about the importance of not sharing them. Things like that. When Jack was born, I got a whole new set of passwords. But write them down. Go home, write them down. It's just, if you learn nothing else, write those things down so you have access, so you can have your needs. Okay. Antivirus and family controls. So, on my website, how many of you have an antivirus on your computer of some form? Okay. How many of you, it's a free one, didn't pay anything for it? How many of you got it from your internet service provider? How many of you paid a lot of money at the store for it? Okay. I'm asking, I'm just curious. Part of that's just my thing. So
I'm positive that it was, that's not free, but I don't know how I went about doing it.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So if you have internet service through somebody, through Time Warner or AT&T, they provide antivirus software for you for free. They're not doing that out of the kindness of your heart, because if you get a virus on your computer, most people cancel their internet because they can't use it anymore. So it's so you don't cancel their internet. But I put one on my friend's computer because he was always getting a virus. In 5 years, I have not had to remove a virus off his computer. So they are legitimately good software. Okay, so this is my website. Here I'm going to click on helpful information. And then we go to parents. So antivirus and parental control. So don't put 2 of them on there, because it's like 2 people sitting in the same chair. They're gonna fight and they won't work. So with AT&T, there's a link there, or Spectrum, and then Time Warner Cable and AT&T. Now Time Warner Cables is better because it provides parental controls, but you have to be a subscriber. So a lot of times these parental controls can range from very basic to like, okay, you can be on the computer from 6 to 7 and that's it, or you can be on the computer 2 hours a week. Where I worked, we had 2 profiles. You could do a kid profile where really if it wasn't Disney or Nickelodeon, you weren't getting on there. Or a teenage profile where like they could go to CNN, but you could filter out drugs or violence, which again, at some point, what's left. But there are all sorts of programs like that. If none of these are your internet service provider, there's all sorts of free ones. AVG, Avast, Malwarebytes. These are my 3 favorite. There's hundreds out there. Now they all have the option to upgrade, but it's better than nothing. Have you ever heard of a sports team
I was thinking
that the other team didn't score on them? Right? Maybe in one game, but definitely not the whole season. That's the same thing about antivirus software. It will keep 90% of the junk out. You're better off with something rather than nothing. Now these are parental controls. Again, these are sites that tell you all sorts of parental controls. You need both. Okay? You need both. And some devices, like cell phones and tablets, they have stuff built in. You can't have enough of it. There's all sorts of secret apps out there. I have a guy that I work with. Well, used to. He got fired, but he was never in a honest relationship with that. He got married, and 2 weeks later, he was dating someone else. Okay, he was always cheating on whoever he was with. He had this app out, and I said, "What are you calculating? We're in a team meeting." He's like, "Oh, this is my hidden app." If his girlfriends would send him a text, he had it programmed that it went to this app. He pulled it up, it looks like a calculator, but it hides text messages and phone numbers. So there's all sorts of apps like that out there. I couldn't possibly list them all. So, just some things to keep your kids safe. It's up to you to put them on there. And when I started working with internet service repair, antivirus on a cell phone, a tablet, not even in the picture. On a Mac even, not even in the picture. You need to put them on there now. I had one on my computer. I think it was like $1.99. Most of the stuff's pretty cheap. They just want you to get it. So this is again a blog. It's on my website. It tells you everything you need to know about parental controls. But again, you have to pick one for your kid. They're your kid. But again, I just want to get you the resources that you need. Let's talk about social media. There's lots of sites out there. Now, when I started naming them, I thought like 5, 6, 7. Now, I know Wikipedia is not a great resource, but it listed all of them. Pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. What else? Oh, I know. What else? Some of these are not safe for adults even. But, look at all these social media sites. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. Alright? Here's the biggest thing about social media. So, I've got 2 headlines here. To me, they're one and the same. What would you think? 11-year-old is on Facebook, is bullied and commits suicide. There are 2 things come to my mind. One, yeah, that's really sad. There's another one. 11-year-old child goes to strip club, is bullied and commits suicide. When you read that second one, what's the first thing you think of? Besides that it's sad. What do you think of when you hear about a child going to a strip club that's 11?
Parent just let the kid out of the house and said go away.
You know, why is an 11-year-old in a strip club? That's
Right.
the first thing that comes to my head. When I read this, that's the first thing I say. Why is an 11-year-old on Facebook? They are not supposed to be. They are not supposed to be at 11. And what is the age?
13.
Oh wow, you are good. What do you think?
I was gonna say like 16.
I thought 18 before I did my research. And this was back last semester, back in like October. I was like, okay, 13, but why? Okay, because I thought 18, they're legal adults. That would be the responsible thing. But why 13? Really, what's the difference between a 12 and a 13-year-old? Not much.
Federal law.
Federal law. Oh, look, you got a smarty in the class. 13. Now, after that age, it's really up to you. Okay? Most social media websites require that the kids be 13 to sign up. Despite what you may think, this isn't to limit kids' exposure to inappropriate content because of COPA. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, which prevents companies from collecting certain information from kids under 13. Rather than create an environment that protects kids from data tracking, Facebook and other websites and apps choose to restrict access to those under 13 instead of facing $1 million in fines. Hasbro, I think it was American Girl, their website's got in trouble, got some huge fines. Mark Zuckerberg is very much against this, and has publicly spoken out against it, of course. I could not find, I looked, I tried to find out, well, why can you collect it between a 14-year-old and a 15 and a 16 and a 17 and a 13-year-old? What happens at 13? I can't find it anywhere. I searched and searched. I asked the head of IUS's Technology Education Department. He had no answer. Reached out, could not get an answer from him. So if I ever do find out, I will let you know, but no answer. So to me, when I see anyone under the age of 13 that they're on Facebook and something happens to them, my thought is, why were they even on it? Kids all the time in the elementary schools, they're like, why did you on this Facebook, Miss Powers? No, because you're not old enough to be on Facebook. It makes it real easy. Now when they're older, you gotta come up with a better answer, but usually I tell them when you're 21 out wide. Because by that point they probably forgot. And it's just safer that way. So 13. A lot of people will say, well, you know, I watch my kid. There's a reason for that. Facebook shuts down somewhere between 22 to 40,000 accounts a day. 90% of those are for underage accounts. Which makes me wonder, what other great things could they be doing if they didn't have to play policeman? So, it's a good idea to introduce them to some underage social media sites. Facebook. They actually create a Facebook page. It's fake. They use it in the schools a lot, like create Abraham Lincoln's Facebook page. So you can practice. This is, no, you shouldn't put that online. Oh, that's a good idea. Put that online. And the site that lists on the website, the link there, it actually lists the ones that are like, this is for an 11-year-old. Parental control, of course, but it can be seen as a compromise to your kid. I want to be on Facebook. And when they turn 13, they are so excited to be on social media. Oh my gosh, you can get on Facebook on Friday. You turn 13. It's just like they're turning 16 and they can drive, or 21, or 18, and they can go buy a lottery ticket. They're just excited about it. And Facebook is not the popular one, but it is surging back. The reason that Facebook is not popular with kids is because grandma and mom and dad are on it. And they don't. They're like, Grandma, you're posting my baby pictures. So, and they say this. They said this to me. I went to middle school kids too. So, what should your kid put on social media when they turn 13? First name's okay. I like tacos. I live in Texas. Those types of things are okay. Bad, your age, your last name. I go to school at Nano High School. I live on 123 Bad Street. So it's good to talk to your kid about these things. Okay, it's okay to talk to someone that you like tacos or that you like Minecraft. It's okay. So, I'm really happy people live at the age of 13 because most people I've talked to don't. Okay. So, well, it was a good idea he died, otherwise he would have gotten written up as well. So that sounds really horrific, but this guy was working at the time. If you missed for anything, your grandma could have died. It was almost pretty much corrective action. He lost his job over it. They saw it online, and he lost his job. And this is a link, hundreds of things. I'm not on social media, so they didn't hire me. I didn't get into this school because I said something on social media. Now, I put this picture here, okay? Now, there's two ways you can put that picture. These are two people at a party and they're drinking it up. Or the other way you can put the picture is, wow, they're in a minister's house and they have apple cider that is out of a crock pot. That's what my picture was. I can't find it, I actually deleted it. But my picture was that. I was with my best friend, I was dressed very nicely. We were in a minister's house with apple cider. It was recommended while I was student teaching to take it down because it could be perceived that I was a really good person. Perception is everything. Just because it's a red Solo cup doesn't mean there's alcohol in it. And actually I was having surgery the next day, so even if I drank, I would have been drinking. But, you know, it was sad that I had to take that down because of the perception. There have actually been people that have been fired. They take off, they put something on Twitter. Before they even land, they've lost it. There's an Olympian who put something, and I think it was a Greek Olympian. She was sent back to Greece, didn't get to compete. I'm like, wow, she went through all that training in one stupid little Twitter. And once it's there, they will screen capture that. Now, going back to our fun little site. I like this because I didn't know a lot about this site. Let's talk about Snapchat. So, Common Sense Media. I'm not on Snapchat. I don't use it, so I don't know a lot about it. So I watched this video and I'm like, okay, cool. On this website, they recommend 16 for it. So this is what I like about this Common Sense Media. They tell you about it. They tell you the dangers. Great site. I love it.
Send disappearing texts, pictures, and videos. Teens love it because they can share silly moments, add colorful captions and graphics to their pictures, and set a timer for how many seconds these can be viewed. Some teens may even be tempted to share sexy images. After all, they're supposed to disappear, right? Well, not quite. It's easy to snap snaps. You can either take a screenshot or a photo of the message, or use other apps to capture snaps. Another issue, Snapchat's default setting lets anyone send you snaps, so it's a good idea to change it to friends only. Then there's Discover, a Snapchat feature that's becoming harder to avoid. It serves up everything from news to, of course, marketing. For more advice on the latest social media apps, visit us at commonsense.org.
There's some things I didn't know about it. I mean, I knew the basics of Snapchat, but like those personalized settings. That's why I love this website. I actually watch Facebooks, I watch Twitters, and I'm on those sites, but that's some information I didn't know. So, a little way you can educate your kids. So, one of the dangers of social media. Fake news. This is a really hot topic right now. That I'm going to address with our kids. This is my favorite website of all time. So I'm a scuba diver. I was in Hawaii scuba diving, and they had to hold the octopus when you go on the tour. And so I'm holding this octopus. It works its way around me. Eventually, it's on my head with its tentacles wrapped around me. I'm like, I'm going to die here in 30 feet of water. I'm just going to die. It's going to rip this thing out. So I kind of like octopus. So this is a website about the Pacific Northwest tree octopus. It has pictures, every sightings. Oh wow, look at this. I've shown this to kids and adults, and they all think it's real. So that's why it's one of my favorites. Oh look, there's a hawk going in the tree octopus out of the water. I mean, they are cute. But you know, most people have heard of The Onion. If you haven't, it's just full of fake, funny news sites. And people think it's real, and it's not. Facebook is actually doing a lot to combat that, and I'm glad for it. There's a lot out here. This is another website that I love about, it's not fake news, it tells you how to evaluate a website. It'll actually give you PDFs, and it'll have you look at a website with your kid. Okay, when was this website updated? Okay, Bob updated. Who's Bob? Things like that. It's pretty much a guide. It's meant for teachers. I think it's a great thing for parents as well. Let's evaluate what's out there. This is a famous meme of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln had a great Facebook page. And kids don't know any better. So she just has critical evaluation at the elementary school level, ABC's website evaluation. Again, it's kind of meant for teachers. I think it's a great resource. You know, let's evaluate that. Also, it's a great resource. One thing I did forget to mention, while I've been going through this class, I've been surveying my coworkers, and I interviewed 100 of them that have parents. Yes, I took time to do that. And yes, I have active coworkers. Out of the 100, 8 of them had these sex conversations with their kids. Out of that 100, 1 of them had the sexting conversation. And she's like, yes, I did this. She named off everything she did with her kid. I actually had a parent that said, dude, my kid's 16. If she's sexting, there's nothing else I can do. So, people have the sex talk very little. They have the sexting talk even less, and to be honest, that sexting talk can ruin kids' lives. So, that's right. Any questions?
You have that one after Musically.
What?
Musically? It's an app.
What is it?
They're supposed to like sing songs, but there's a chat feature in it.
Ah. They're dirty chatting.
My daughter wasn't, but the boys were dirty chatting her.
Well, at least you know about it. A lot of people don't. Any other questions?
This isn't a question, but on the parental controls, most video game consoles have parental controls.
That is true. Most video game consoles had parental controls. I read an article a couple years ago, actually, on that same link, where this guy was like, you need to play your kids' games before you give them to them. He had given the game Fable. It's like, oh, it's about fairy tales, Fable, little monsters. No, it's not. But his kid came to him, I think he was like 12 or 13, and said, Dad, what's a used condom? Because it was in the game. So, yeah. So he had to say, oh, it's just some dirt. he didn't want to explain it to the kid, which is not a good idea either, but, yeah, so, I mean, unless it's Mario Brothers or Mega Man, you're pretty safe there, you know. Just, when the thing says, don't give to a kid below 17, there's a reason for it. Grand Theft Auto, big one that, all the kids want to play, but not really good for play. So I have a favor to ask. Okay? If you can do one of the following,
All night long.
one of the following, don't care which one, doesn't have to be your name. You can either scan that QR code or go to that website, or you can do it on paper. I just want to know what you thought, what you wished I would have included, anything. And this is just for me, nobody else sees it. Well, my teacher sees it, but she doesn't know who you are. So, if you can either type that in or scan that QR code, I would be greatly appreciative. Or if you'd like it on paper
I'll just
too.
take a picture.
Yeah.
I could just,
I'm old school when it comes to that.
you know, my
And I don't
teacher is
type
all
very
about
fast on
current
the phone.
stuff,
Yeah.
modern stuff, but she said this the other day, she goes, if it is easier to do it on pen and paper, I'd rather your kid do that. And I'm like, wow. So, and it's a Google search, that's too
Oh, it's too
big.
big.
Yeah, so it'll say your answer, just write your answer to the side. It's meant to be done online, but I was like, well, I'll print it out. Well, it didn't print so well. And that happens.
Yeah, Jacob, he was asking questions. I guess there was
No questions? Nothing at all? Making it easy on me. I was scared I was gonna make questions I didn't know the answers to. So you're good.
some medical books.
You got it easy for us.
See that? Anybody learn anything? No? Okay.
I pulled out the medical books. I'm like, this is what she was complaining about.